everyone, today I'll be reviewing this movie. It is on Netflix. It's called My Wonderful Life, and it is a Polish movie. And in this movie, we see this teacher. She works in a school, but in that school, her husband is the headmaster there. She has two sons. One is like he's going to his mom's class, and she has another son who is, I will say, around like 23 years old or something. But he has a girlfriend and a kid, and they're all living in together in her house. She also has her mom. She has a Alzheimer in this movie, and she need to look after her too. And in this movie, we also see like this lady. She's actually having an affair with another school teacher from the same school she works with. Like she's having an affair with him, and we see in this movie she also has some other stuff going on. Like she gets sick and she has some other stuff, and also she liked to, I guess, smoke, and nobody approved that. So on the side we see that she has actually her mom's apartment. She kept it hidden from her family. Like she has that, although her big son and the son's wife wants to live there in that apartment. But we see there's a reason why she doesn't want to sell that apartment, neither she want to give it to anybody. So so this movie, I guess the story kicks in when we see someone who knows her secret start blackmailing her in this movie, start telling her like, I know your secret, and if you don't, I guess this secret person like to try to warn her, like, stop doing this thing, otherwise I will expose you, which he end up does anyway. So I thought this movie started out, I was like, I'm not gonna like this movie. I really thought this movie isn't for me, and this kind of story, I've seen it before, but somehow this movie is actually very engaging when you watch it. We're like, oh, what is happening? All these people, they're all misfit. Like her kids they're so annoying. They don't listen to her. She has every reason to go crazy and have affair in this movie. But yet we see like some side of her and the affair she's having with this person. She's so weird. And I was thinking she couldn't find anybody else in the world. But we see why she kind of likes him, because he actually respects her, and he tried to give her some warm company that nobody else wants to give her, because everybody is pushed over her. So she's becoming this pushover person. Everybody comes and try to get things out of her. I guess she just got fed up in this movie. Somehow, as I was saying, I had actually good time watching this movie. This movie is fairly very engaging, but although the way this movie ends, it looks like it was an open ending for its audience to decide what happened here. Overall, I'll say this movie is very well acted, although this movie's atmosphere and the things is kind of like a messy. But yet all these actors, somehow they're really good in this movie. Their acting is good, and the center actress, like when you see her, I was like, ooh, she's actually grandma in this movie. It's kind of sad. Sometimes nobody listened to her. I was like, oh, really? All these people are mean to her. End of this movie, I guess, in a movie perspective, we see her character go. She tried to stand up for herself in this movie. End of this movie. But although she tried to stand up for herself, everybody comes to her, try to give her a hug. But also we see the husband welcome the other weird teacher here, the guy she is having an affair with. I was like, what if that means, huh? So as I was saying, this movie left audience with open ending. Many people will not like it, but as a character growth, I will say this, like this mom, she did have a character growth. End of this movie, you see she's trying to stand up for herself from her husband and from other although, if I'm being honest, I guess her husband, the way he talked to her, she didn't like it, I guess. He can be the way he says things to her, like, can be mean, I suppose you can interpret that. But still, I guess, end of the day, she had no right to have affair. I guess that is the point of her character. Like, she couldn't stand up for herself. That is what I will say from this movie. And I have fairly good time watching this movie. This movie is extremely slow paced. It ain't for everyone. This is like a slow burn or something, a character study type movie, and I had good time watching, and that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to check out my other reviews on Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.